In this video, we're going to see how to store a profile using OpenBridge technology. So we got our reference file that we just display it off. We are going to concentrate on the alignment that we just created on previous videos. Now we need to store a profile. So I will attach as a reference file now the terrain to have it as a reference too. That also we created on previous videos. My terrain again comes as a reference file. That I will change the display to eliminate some clutter, so I'm not going to see the contours. For that, I will overwrite the symbology. And see, I can overwrite, even though it's a reference file, I can overwrite the symbology or the display symbology that I want. So I will just stay just with the boundary to see the extent of my terrain coverage. Then I'm ready to proceed. So now I will select the alignment and say that I need to view a profile window. So select it, open a view and place it there. So I will have a grid being displayed, right? But I don't see terrain. Well, my bad on that one, because on that design I want this terrain that I have to make it the active one for my designs. So I will select it and say this is the active terrain. Then when I go back to selecting the profile and say that yes, I need a profile view now again. So now the terrain will come, and also it will be tracking at what location my cursor is on profile and displaying on plan view. So let's enlarge the screen a little bit. Let's start developing this profile. I will going to just give you the commands of the profile and show you that not in great detail, because to design a profile will be very tedious here. I will just show you the commands that you need, the basic commands at least that you need. You're willing to explore more options, but let's do profile line between points first. So just we'll set up VPIs, or vertical points of inflection, where the profile should go. So it's all a graphical process. I said this should be closer to the terrain, as you can see, but just to illustrate the concept, I think it's better to do it this way. So I set up these VPIs that you can modify at any time. And now in between, I can set up, of course, vertical curves or parabolas. So I will go profile curve between elements and just select first tangent, second tangent, and adjust that profile. Trim both ends. Done. Right? Also, there is a series of commands, and instead of going to the ribbon at the top, I can select it here. So here, for example, if I click, I can just go and say that I need maybe another profile, another curve between the elements. So select first. This gives me more options, like an offset, but I will set it up to 0. So I just want the curve to be just right there between the tangents. The same on the other side. And this is going to be a vertical curve in zag. So accept it, trim it both ends, and I am good now. So now my lines are ready, and then I can store that profile. I can also adjust it. As you can see, this is not just lines being drafted, but it has intelligence, so I can adjust the curves, move the VPIs, so I can really start with a very broad design and refine it as I need it to. So now if I am okay with this configuration, I can just say profile complex by elements. So I will select a feature definition, so it will be understood as geometry for that. And then just provide a name to it. Saying that, select the first line. It seems all well connected, so accept it. Then I have geometry. I have a profile created for that alignment. Not only that, but I need now to associate this profile to the alignment. So make it as the active one. And then I have fully defined the profile for the alignment in question. So then I can place a bridge there and I'm ready to go. I got terrain, I got an horizontal alignment, and then I also have a vertical profile to it. Okay, so this is one way to store the profile. Let me show you another one, right? So I will go to profile, again select the view is there, and that profile that I have, I actually will delete it and start a new one using a little bit of different commands for that, using the same options, right? But then more now setting up these element by element rather than BPIs by BPIs or points of inflection. So let's go back, select it, and delete the entire profile. Okay. So now, one more time, I will just do the profile, but now by BPIs, but now line by line. So I will start with just a profile line between points. Just start, say, well, this is going to be the first starting line, right? No BPIs, just right there. Now I'm going to say I need a vertical curve tangent to that. So it's going to be what? Profile curve from element. So it could be any element. Think about it. You could have a reverse vertical curve too, because it's from element. It doesn't need to be a line. So select the line, right? Locate the reference line, and then there is no offset, right? And then the starting point, I want to start right there. So now I can start going with my curve, going up or down on that directions. Now I can set up certain parameters if I need to, but I can modify it also later. So let's leave it like that. And then I say, yeah, I'm going to trim at the end. Done. So now I need a tangent from that element. So one more time, no offset. Start point right there at the end. And look, I'm moving the tangent, and then as I move that tangent, is going to trim it back, so it will adjust the vertical curve to accommodate for that tangent that I just placed. Done. So now I need another vertical curve, but now it's going to be in sag. So it's profile curve from element one more time. Then using the same process, but now it's going to be on sag. Oh, let's do it again. So here, profile curve from element, locate reference, right? So offset 0 from that point, and I got my tangent. Accept it. And now to end it, I need a new line. So it's going to be tangent from element one more time. So it will be profile line from element. And then I will just say from that point, offset 0, and then just snap to the end. Adjust it, trim it back, right, to adjust the vertical curve. And then I will be done. Store the profile. And now I will make it active too. And now this is the new profile being active for that new alignment, right? So make it the active one, and now I will have a new profile for this alignment.